All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host, Trading FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. This is the live New York session here with your host, Trading FX. We had a live session this morning at London. So we're just analyzing a few things here. Yeah, just gonna continue doing that right now. With a signal right now. Let's see what it is. Pull up. So we have a GU buy. Let me check if it was a buy specifically. I think it was a GU sell. Yeah. So we're officially selling here GU. So looking for a downtrend on GU right now. I'm currently on the 50-minute chart with my custom indicator here, walk off AI. So that's exactly what we're expecting. So retracement did a higher low, and now it's starting to go down. So we have a target here of, if we look at the high-low levels, it's another indicator that I created. I'm just gonna plot our lines to see exactly from where it started to break. So from here, so we have to look at following levels here. So those are levels of interest right here, and right here. So that's where we're looking for GU right now. So we had a signal here right at 9 a.m. So right at the start of this session here. So this is the 50-minute chart. So those are basically levels to look for in regards to the downward movement. So we do have a big fair value gap right here. I was waiting to have the low, this previous swing low here to be broken, and that's exactly what happened here. So now we're waiting for basically waiting for the price to start to go a little bit down for a continuation. So if we look at DXY should be pushing up. And that's exactly what we have here. We didn't have a buy signal yet on DXY, but if we have a GU sell, we should get a buy right in the next couple of minutes, hopefully. Right now it's indecision bullish, and that means that the 1 minute, the 1 minute signal. So you see, you have a buy 1 minute signal, and it's bullish. So right now we're waiting for the 50-minute to confirm a bullishness to get in, not to get in, but to confirm that DXY is actually going up. But it's doing a W right now, so expecting to go up for a continuation. Elian, hope you had a great London session. Okay, great. So gold hit TP6 on EMXAI. So let's look at it. I was looking. Yeah, so that means that it was a buy signal. So I'm just gonna go on the 5-minute chart, and And as you can see on let me check. What's going on here? What is it doing that? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna reload my page. All right, so let's do it again. All right, so I'm gonna go on gold. I think it's still loading here. Yeah. So you take that that trade, Leon, GU 5 minutes delta sell, yeah, setup. Also POC 5 minute sell setup. Took this trade. No, yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Just waiting for gold to populate with. Oh, not even opening the right thing. All right, so let's wipe off, and this should be no. Let's wipe off too. Oh, okay. So let's close this one and open this one. There we go. Okay, so go 5 minutes. So this is gold. So you took the buy here. So TP6, perfect. So you should be already out of that trade, right? For gold, Leon. Perfect. So you increase your account, so that's great. So TP6, perfect. So we're looking for GU. Yeah, to profit and got quick scalp. All right, perfect. Great, perfect. Perfect. So great. So, and if we look, I'm just gonna pull up the. I'm just gonna make sure I have the right things open. So that's the high low, and right, and what is that? So remove this one and save. All right. Hold on, guys. Just want to make sure I have the right version. Yeah, that's perfect. That's version 7. And let's close it out. So as you can see, the Wyckoff AI give you the buy right here. Okay, so and you had a buy here. So it did give you the buy a little earlier on the Wyckoff, but give you the same direction. So that is perfect. And if we look at that sell here, same thing, a little bit earlier. And going down here. Perfect. Perfect. So let's look at, so far we only had the GU on the Wyckoff for sell. So now we just have to look in regards to levels. So those are the levels that I plotted here off of previous levels. Just going to open everything so y'all can see. All right, so this is the actual level here that the Wi-Fi broke off of the high-low level, and now those are other levels here of interest that I'm looking to see if it wants to break it. Currently, I'm on the 5-minute chart, but the actual alert came in on the 15. So what we may, let's see here, the higher low. We may have a pullback here, maybe. But it may start to consolidate too. So make sure to look at that. I took the approach for doing it. Mr. Wyckoff is smarter than EMXAI. It's not that it's smarter because because EMXAI you have to wait for the ADX to the actual pattern on the ADX to confirm. So that's why it's a little bit delayed, but it's more or less the same, and it's going in the same direction. You're not gonna have like a buy and a sell. So yeah, it's earlier for sure. I wish you will help. Yeah, for sure. It will help you for sure. So basically, it works on any time frame. So I'm just gonna remove. Let's see. Let's for example look at Euro USD. Or no, let's look at Euro JPY. I think you were looking at Euro JPY. We're gonna analyze that right now. So Euro JPY, boom. So what we said here on Euro JPY it was going down, but it already hit the TP zones here. If we zoom in, so that sell was perfect, and now it's retracing going up. So we're waiting for an uptrend here on Euro JPY. But the sell, if we minimize that, we're going to see you see sometimes. So on this one, you had 5 minutes. So you had a sell, you had a buy. Didn't get a sell on the Wyckoff one, but you got a buy on EMX. So it was overall it was bearish here. So I had to go bearish right here. All right, so let's go. But if I'm on the 15, that's on the 5, but on the 15, let's see. I think the 15 you had a sell. Yeah, you had a sell set up here on the 15 on the Wyckoff, but not on EMXAI. So it's selling off right here. So it depends. It depends. All right. So what is it? 9:17. So waiting for market to open. So what are we expecting on the indices here? So still waiting for that sell. So as you could see, we were waiting for a sell, and it retraced towards a level here, almost retraced back to the previous resistance. So we'll see exactly if the resistance will hold up. If so, we should start to have a melt in on the German 40. Same thing for I think the Dow Jones should be doing the same thing. Yeah, so right now it's basically consolidated a little bit. We did have a buy on EMXAI on the 15, but let's see here. Don't think we had we didn't have a sell yet. But if you could see the buy on EMX was right here on the 15, but the actual buy was right here. See, so if we go down on the 5 minute, see what happened. Nothing on the 5 minute, but we still had a 5 minute buy right here. So this was the optimal entry here off of the Wyckoff. So if I see this on the 15 for a buy, I wouldn't take it because it most likely going to reject off of previous levels and start to go down. So it's good to take signals, but you need to look at the overall market to see exactly what's going on, and that's why you have all of the tools that you have here to see exactly if it's going to go towards a level. And as you can see on that 15-minute, that resistance here is almost respected. We do have a consolidation here, so. And we have a fair value gap at the bottom, so waiting to have it to go down a bit more. So still bullish here, but waiting to go down. So and let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing. We had a buy here yesterday, waiting for a sell setup. Waiting for a sell setup here to go down. We do have a fair value gap at the bottom here, so that's perfect. And then you have SSP 500 at a buy, still bullish here. So waiting for a sell here on the lower time frame. currently is in indecision here on the Wyckoff. Last thing it was a buy. HFT is a buy. So on the higher time frame, that is a 1 minute. For the settings, it's not it didn't switch for sell yet. So when we're gonna get a sell on the 1 minute, you should be getting a sell on the 15 or the 5 or any other. Yeah, but for German, like I said, German, I wouldn't look to take a buy for now. Like I said, I'm expecting to have the price going up, going down, because in my analysis here, it already did the buy. So we had a buy here on the 5. So if you were on German 40, so you had a buy right here. So if we look at as you can see, German 5 minutes on those two indicators here. So you had so it went basically, it was at the same time, so no delay. You see the difference? So if I remove this is Wyckoff, and this is EMX AI. So did good. So waiting for a sell. So we're not chasing price. Better to get in at the start of the move and not at the middle or at the end of the move. So yeah, so for German, the move already passed. So if you were at the beginning, that's perfect. If not, stay on your hands and wait for the next setup. Okay, so don't need to chase anything. Let's go back on that gold trade that Leon took. So that was perfect. That's on XAI. And if we look at Wyckoff here, buy right here, and it already touched a zone here. So at this point, I would be out of that trade. And so you have basically a 5 minute resistance, and that's a 30-minute resistance. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to double check. Yes. So you have a 30-minute resistance here, and you have a 5 minute resistance. So I'm pretty sure you used the high-low levels here to confirm when to get out, and that was the best time to get out of that trade for a quick scalp. So that's perfect. Same thing for that sell. So you had a quick sell here. So depending exactly if you waited for the retracement, but right now that sell hit a previous resistance that was switched to support here. So that was the best time to get out here at around this region here. All right. Okay, GU MXI 15 minutes chart sell setup. Yeah. Always trade one lot size risk. I move manually stops drawing for profit on 1 unit right for gold. Okay. All right. But you had the levels that was shown for you on the even on the 5 minutes. So didn't need to go on the 1 minute to do that. But if it makes sense to you to do that, that's perfect. But I would. But you see that everything respected. So it basically give you a buy, even though it's here. Give you a buy consolidated here off of that 30-minute level and start to go up to reach another level here. So you have one, you have basically with that TP here or this one, and it tapped it to the T. So it went up, closed on that level, and started to reverse. Especially if you have a like a 100K account, one lot on gold, that's more than enough. Should be good. So that's great. That's great, 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 great. So far for the automation, no trades yet. So I'm gonna leave it running all day today. Sorry, guys. So I'll be monitoring them, and if there's any setup. So I'm waiting for sells here on the indices. So the upcoming setup should be sells. So we'll see how it goes. But should be looking good here overall. So let's look at the XRP to see what's up with that. I know that the price was going down a little bit more. Yes, it does. So that's on the 5 minutes. So right now it's going down. We do have a level right here of support that is almost reached. Let's see if we had something here in the left side. I'm just gonna go on the highest time frame here. I will go on the AH1. And I'm gonna minimize this. Don't need that. So currently on a sell setup here. So next signal should be a buy, and it will be a buy. So waiting for that. But currently with the W, and we do have a fair value gap here on XRP. So expecting to go long within the next couple of days. We do have the G7 meetings here this week that started today. And we may have some news in regards to XRP by BitMEX. Maybe they're gonna put XRP as a derivative in their platform. And we have also the Genius Act that may be passed by Congress. That is for the regulation of crypto stablecoins. So if that is passed, we should see some big movements here in the market in upcoming weeks and days and weeks specifically. So that's pretty much it on that. So market is opening right now. So let's go on. Always go on NASDAQ on the 15th, see exactly what's going on. We'll go on the 50-minute chart because that's all right. So like I said, for the indices, I'm looking to go short overall. Still in an indecision phase here in the market. We did have a sell on 3 minute with MXAI. That was the last signal on the 19th. So waiting for, didn't get a buy sell here on the 1 minute yet. All right. Okay, 0.2 on gold. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. Look at the 1 minute here. All right, so market is open. So 3 minutes ago. So we'll see exactly what's going on overall. Okay, so we do have US 30 here. Grab some liquidity here on the upside on the 5 minute. So maybe starting to do his movement to go down. We'll see exactly how that 5 minute candle will close. Still in the indecision phase here. Still bullish here on German. We have indecision on NASDAQ. I don't know why it's doing that here. Indecision 2 on SSP 500. Starting to go down here. Anything for NASDAQ. All right, so it goes up. Pushing on the downside, that's what we wanted to see. Starting to go down. But as long as I don't see a signal, I'm not in, so there may be some manipulation here to the downside to go up a little bit more. All right. 8 minutes past the opening of that session, so SSP, NASDAQ, yeah, the 5 minute here. Dow, the Dow is seems to be going down here. So we do have that previous swing here that was done right here. It's tapping it right now, so we'll see exactly if it wants to reach that. If so, we should be going a little bit more down here. So that 5 minute candle will close in a couple of seconds here. Still in the indecision phase on Wyckoff. For some reason this is not loading. German is still bullish here. Seems to be trying to break that level. one. All right, so I have a push on the downside. I'm just gonna go back on my 15-minute to see how that 50-minute candle will close. Right. You see what I was talking about, guys, on the US 30. You got to buy here, but it's near the end of that move. That move was right here, not here. See? So expecting to go short on US 30. That's what I'm waiting for confirmation. So less than 3 minutes left for that 50-minute candle to close on US 30. So we're still within the indecision here status on the indices for now. So that means that we're sitting on our hands and we don't do anything. And as you can see, market just manipulated here on the first 50 minutes of the market open. So pretty sure some people took some sell, so I think took some buys, and most of them lost their position unless they're trading on a higher time frame, and they may see more confluence here. But overall, I'm expecting to have the price going a bit more down here. So consolidate here, going up. We should start to go down afterwards. We do have levels here to of point of interest here. So price went to that level here, tapped it. We're gonna see exactly if it's gonna reach a bit more. So we had a 30-minute resistance and a 15-minute resistance here at the same level. So when you see like two levels here on the high-low levels indicator that are basically at the same price, basically, those are really important level to look for. So seems to be closing as a doji. We still have less than a minute left on that 50-minute candle. Let's see if it wants to close below this level here. $45. All right, so close as a doji. So we'll see if it's gonna try to break that level or try to continue going up. I think most that's S&P 500. NASDAQ did basically the same thing, and S&P 500. This broke this level here. It broke that previous swing. Yes. So US 30 seems to be looking to go a bit lower again, but we'll see. We'll wait for that 50-minute to close. No signal so far. The only signal that we had was US GU on that 15-minute chart, and it's consolidated since then. So it will depend on DXY, what DXY wants to do, and DXY is consolidating off of that level. So that's why we're stalling right now. So if DXY wants to go a little bit higher, this is when we're gonna break that GU consolidation in the downside. That, anyways. So that's about it here. So let's see. NASDAQ. Yeah, it's starting to push down right now. There you go. US 30. So US 30 is still in indecision here, but pretty sure it's starting to go lower. Yeah. Starting to go down right now. All right. So 3 minutes. 9:48. We also gonna have a new 4-hour candle that we created here at the close of this 15-minute candle. So we'll see if we're gonna have a continuation or not. German, yeah. So German started to reverse right now. So it went to that 30-minute level here. So created a higher low. So expecting to have the price going lower for German, and really most of the indices here. So German 40, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P 500. So yeah, you see the levels here off of that 50-minute German. So those are levels that it wants to reach and eventually break. So the first break should be here, and then should start to break out previous levels afterwards. So we'll see how it goes. Doji reprinted by signal, okay. So I'm just gonna analyze Euro JPY on the 5-minute. Yeah, makes sense. So it's going up. So right now, didn't have anything yet on POC or on EMX. not on POC, on Wyckoff and EMX, but I'm pretty sure POC had a buy because even though I don't have the indicator open yet on my chart, I do see it that it's I give you a buy here on the 5-minute. So if I go on the 5 right here, yeah, it broke out of basically a channel here on the POC. So I'm just gonna load POC, 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 POC 8. Where's the V8? POC V8 there. Right for it to load. Said you had what you got? POC 5-minute printed buy signal. Yep, so I'm just gonna close this. Yeah, it printed, but did it close close with a signal, Leon? Or it only printed on the chart? Because for the POC to work, it needs to print and close on the chart. So let me know how it is on that. I'm just trying to make sure that I have. Don't think there's others. There, yeah, it's too basic here. But when you say printed buy signal, that I don't think it closed as a buy. But yes, 5-minute POC on the chart now. Okay. I know that I don't have the same feed because I'm using the live feed. I'm paying for the live feed, so maybe that's why I don't see it here on my end. But it makes sense to have it going up. I don't know if you can see here. There's some dotted lines. So this is the POC calculation, and it's breaking out of the POC for uptrend. So, all right, perfect. But I'm just gonna load the other indicators that we were using. So for EMX and Wyckoff, we don't have any buy yet, but it will come eventually. All right, so let's do a quick rundown of what's happening here. We still have 5 minutes left before the end of this session here. So we have German that is officially reversing. So if we look at that 5-minute chart, and I'm just gonna close this. It's still bullish, but one is gonna start to do a sell. So how it works is the higher time frame should give you a sell, and then your current time frame will give you a sell afterwards. So right now we're still bullish. The market's status is still bullish here. US 30, so Dow Jones started to retrace, and that's exactly what we expected. So it went to that level, tapped it. You could see it tapped that level, that 5-minute support level. It's gonna put a horizontal line. Boom. So it went to that level and tapped it and started to reverse. So that was a trap. That's why there was, you see here, it says indecision. That's why we don't take trades. As long as I don't see my market status in one direction or the other, if it's basically indecision is basically consolidation. So we don't know exactly what's going on. So it's bouncing off of different levels. That's exactly what happened. It tapped it here and started to reverse. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ did the same exact same thing. So it started to reverse. Let's see from which level. So we have one level right here. So that was a 30-minute previous resistance that is considered as support because it was broken in the past in the upside. And as you can see, price went there, tapped it, and started to bounce off of it. And let's look at the S&P 500. Did the exact same move. So let's look on the left side. It should have tapped a level, and that's this one here. Pretty simple, huh? So when you have the tools, I think it's this one. Let's look at, there's another one afterwards. I think it broke it a little bit, but maybe there's another level after this big one, but it's more or less the right level. The price went higher than that in the past now. So if we go back on the current price action, so price went there and started to reverse. We'll see if it's gonna break. If it breaks, you have the next levels here that I talked about. So it should go and reach lower levels here because we do have a fair value gap here. So the next point of interest here will be this one here, that previous support when the price went here and started to go up. So that'll be another level, and we have other lower levels on the 5-minute to be reached. Oops, I'm just gonna put it back here. I think it's around here. But if not, it may go start to go up here. So it may go back to that previous resistance and start to go down afterwards. All right, so currently in the decision mode. Please check GBP/USD 50-minute charts. Yeah, so I explained that earlier, Leon. Maybe you missed it. So GU right now is pushing an upside because I'm just gonna go on that. Let's look at DXY. So DXY is maybe starting to go down. Yeah, exactly. So right now DXY is going down right now because you may have touched a previous level before going down. So that sell I would be out of that sell because I was waiting for a decision on DXY to see exactly if we have a continuation in the upside, because there was some consolidation, but it didn't broke it, so it started to go down. So that's why right now that sell is basically done. Let me check where it is right now. We may still be going down here. Let's see, on the 15. Yeah, so on that 15, like I said, I was waiting to see exactly if he wanted to breach those levels, and it didn't. So it bounced off of those levels. But now on that 15, it went to this level here, right at where the stop loss here is. So we may have a reversal, but in doubt, just secure your account. So if you want to get out of that trade, you can get out. If you want to continue with that trade, that's really on your decision to continue with it. But make sure to manage your trade. But like I said, I was expecting to have the price going lower, and the DXY to go higher. So I would really monitor what DXY is doing. It's maybe stalling right now, pretty normal, but it may start to go up. So if DXY is starting to go up, that GU trade should be going in the right direction on the downside. Yeah, exactly. So it's still a valid sell, but right now it's like playing with people right now. It's really playing with everyone right now. So if we look and put a fib on that small retracement on the upside, I'm just gonna remove this, put a fib from that low to that high. All right. So it's currently at a 50% retracement, almost. So if you're able to sustain that move, we should be looking to go higher afterwards here. So it seems to be creating like a W off of that small move, but those are levels to be in consideration. And if I put lines on previous levels here, all right. So those are basically the nearest levels here. That is more or less at the same. Yeah, that's exactly 61.8 right here. So when I put that previous resistance level, so we'll see exactly if the price wants to bounce off of those two. Right now, it's bouncing off this one, that 50%, so that's a pretty good sign. But we'll see exactly if it wants to go a little bit lower before going up. That's what I'm expecting, but it is what it is. Perfect. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Unless you have any other questions, we're gonna close it out, and we're gonna be there back on tomorrow London session to see exactly what the market will be doing overall. And I'm just gonna see if we had any news events tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we have something tomorrow. Yeah, we have some Euro news, and we have the German 10-year bond auction. Still have the G7 meetings this week. We have crude oil at 10:30 a.m. and a few FOMC members speaking here tomorrow. So should be a good day overall. And that's pretty much it for today. I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes here to see exactly what that DXY wants to do. It may start to it's really on that level here right now, so it may start to break it. If so, waiting for the 61.8 to be reached, and maybe starting to revert. Yeah, it just broke that 50% right now on that 15-minute chart, but it may hold. It may retrace, hold, and start to reverse. All right, perfect, guys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so should have that maybe by tomorrow or today. So we'll I'm just gonna see if everything is perfect on that especially signal. But it was working probably perfectly right now. So yeah, so it break that 50% here, guys. It's on that 50% right now, and just be careful and maybe wait for the 61.8 level for DXY if you're on a GU trade that was called earlier. So we may have a continuation here in the upside, but if it goes a little bit lower again on DXY, it should be out of that trade. All right. So have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll talk back on tomorrow, London session at 2 a.m. So make sure to to like and subscribe to my channel first, and open the notification for the next live that will be tomorrow at 2 a.m. which your host JDFX. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk tomorrow. All right, peace.